If that's okay with everybody, and then of course. So we can run through. Does everybody have a link? I'll put the link. I put it in the general channel, but I will also put it in the chat channel here. The link for today's meeting minutes or agenda. So going through the board, lots of things completed this week. So the Mirror article, how did the Mirror article go? Mikhail, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, yeah, Jim, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I could hear you. Oh, now I can't. Okay, that's okay. So the Mirror article went out this week. I mean the article.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what article are you talking about? Is it the one Techno is working on?
So I am talking about the Samantha one.
Oh, that, yeah. It went out, I think, last week, and I think it has been collected by a few. I think Links I and I think someone else. You have to check it again, but we also pushed it on Twitter. So
Okay. Have we put it on our Twitter page? How many times? Should we be putting it out there?
Yeah, we put that article up on Twitter. Yeah, that same day it went out, we put it up on Twitter. So folks from Twitter can access the Mirror article, and that's doing so they can also access the rest of the article that we have published.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Also went out this week. So the Intro to Web3 PM course went out this week. I'm curious if anyone has gotten to see it live, what your thoughts are, any kind of feedback. I'd love any kind of feedback on that. So what are your thoughts on?
My feedback was my feedback is the course is actually well written, and also check for spelling errors which they don't have. I think that's a pretty good course. I'll get 8.5 out of 10.
Thank you. 6.5 out of 10. Did you say that you found spelling errors?
No. I said I couldn't find any spelling errors there.
Okay. Thank you. I was like, oh no, where? Okay, so 6.5 out of 10. Mikhail, what would make it a 10 out of 10?
Yeah, you're
In your thought, your opinion, what would make it a 10 out of 10?
I don't know. I'm not. Yeah, so I'm a very scrupulous person. So I really give something 10. So I think that's kind of my own problem, not kind of like because there's nothing wrong with because. So the highest I can give it actually is 8.5. Like the highest I can give something a product is 8.5. I really give a product 10 or 9. So that's more like my own thing, not like the cost itself. The cost is okay. It's very very okay. So
Thank you, Mikhail. So I'm just wondering what would make the course great? Like, what do you think? I'm wondering what anybody would think. What would improve it? What would make it like, yeah, okay, what
So,
would make it great?
GM, sorry, just to quickly chip in something, I want to ask, how can I get access to the course you're talking about? Because I haven't really been active throughout the week, so I wasn't really able to follow up on so many things going on. But how can I get access to the course so I can look at it also?
So, Vista, I will put the link in the chat channel here in just a minute. I'm just gonna get it up there for you. So Mikhail, any thoughts there? Like what would, or like anybody, what could make it better? Yeah, I mean, you don't even necessarily have to say now, just any feedback to help improve it, because I'd love to improve it however we could. And Silly Vista, here is your link. Okay, so moving on in the agenda. Ernest, a weekly sync AV. So he got the AV stuff up last week. That's awesome. What do we have in progress right now? We have the PM Guild is on LinkedIn. Oak Floors and Vicky. Oh, I can share my screen, sure. So I actually may not be able to. I got a new laptop, and I'm not sure how to turn the permissions on for it. It's giving me an error. So it's an Apple laptop. If anyone knows how to do that, I would love you to let me know. And if I can figure it out in the meantime, I will share my screen.
yeah, so you kind of have a lot of technicality. You need to install one app. You need to install some certain apps and then check your permissions. So, if you want to like check Google, I can't even explain everything right now. So
Okay.
just send the material, just send the documents, the link to documents in the chat so we can view it from there.
Okay. So I did do that. So those are there. Thank you.
That map is very useless. Chinene. Oluwa Chinene. This guy, let's go for them. He's not getting me. Jesus name, amen.
Mikhail, you're still unmuted. So moving. Oak Floors and Vicky One aren't here to talk about LinkedIn. But Kool-Aid and Gabby are. Anything on that? Any progress?
Yeah, Jim, everyone. So about the LinkedIn, we have the LinkedIn account created already, and that's the progress so far. We are still brainstorming on the work frame and what other things that we needed to put in place before the account to start running. So Vic One is the lead for the task, and he's not running now. So I'm just giving this update. That's what we have on ground.
Thank you for the update. Great, thank you. So moving on, the PM Guild merch. That Techno Zero X and Steve aren't here today. I did get my sweatshirt the other day. It's awesome. I love it. My hoodie. It's perfect. I will take a picture and upload it. Any information on this, Makil? I know you probably have some.
Yeah, so I spoke with him. He already like fixed the images and the text. So I'm just waiting for him to send the Google Doc, which will conclude the bounty, and then I can send that to the marketing guild, where they with the proper link, so they can put it up on their socials.
Okay, thanks, Makil. Anything else on that? Should we draw more attention to that on our Twitter space? Anywhere? What does anyone think? I feel like we could sell more if we had more information out there.
Yeah, we could just kind of like retweet what the marketing guild tweet. Yeah, so kind of like retweet that from our own Twitter, official Twitter page, or we can have them tag us.
Absolutely. I think we'll definitely retweet that. I'm wondering if until that goes up, in addition to that, if we should have some sort of like steady presence with it. I think GCal may have put up a picture the other day. Could we do something with that? I don't know, even if it's a meme or something of it. What are your thoughts? Okay, so we'll retweet what the Marketing Guild puts out. Continuing on. So Mirror Post times Writers Guild collab. Makil, do you have any status update on this?
Yeah, the last one we did was to edit the Writers Guild, the Samantha Marin article. We don't have any bounty up yet, so I don't have any updates there.
Okay. I do. So Bobo to the Moon submitted an article that I'd asked for education a while ago on the relation of effective communication to productivity, community growth, and engagement in Web3 communities. So I took that article that they had written. It was a very well written, but an article that's in need of editing, and I put it up on the bounty board for anyone that had the tag for Bankless Publishing. Anyone that had the publishing tag could claim it. So that means that they would have had to pass the Writers Guild Bankless their test that they do for that. And I did have somebody claim it today. So that's going to be edited by Gloria O. And it's due within the next few days. So we'll go from there on on publishing it. Anyone have anything to add or any thoughts on that process? Okay, so next thing I see here is Miro account next steps. And so it says we need to decide on our next steps with Miro. Justice has requested to be removed as the payer. Do we have an alternative way to pay for these platforms? Or will one of the role holders take them on? Do we also want to look for a cheaper alternative? Anyone have any thoughts there? Anyone willing to take the payment on? Okay, so we will leave this one in the in progress box. Weekly AV Sync 224. Ernest said this was done, so we can mark it as completed. Season 6 coordinate was ran. Links did this. It was completed. We can mark it as completed. Anyone have any questions on the coordinate? Anyone have any thoughts on the outcome of the coordinate? So my personal thoughts here is that I know that we put a lot of work into the active membership calculation over the last season, and as Links put in a lot of work for the coordinate administration itself. I think that it turned out pretty darn close to a reflection of the work, the work that was done and the work that wasn't compensated for. So I think it was just great. Anyone else have anything to add?
GM. So Links put in a lot of work in preparing the coordinate. Kudos to him, and I think the coordinate is going to go out anytime because we still have a bit in our parcel for now. So all thanks to Links anyway for preparing the coordinate for us. That's it.
Yeah, and I think he probably couldn't have even done that, Jay Finney, without your help on the active member calculation, right? Which I know is the next topic here. So great job on that. Thank you. I know that was like an extreme lot of work over the last season. And Mikhail.
Yeah, I think myself and Makil. Me to Makil. It's been a gross work for, but we're handling it.
I'm sorry, Jay Finney.
No, I just want to say kudos to everyone. Kudos to everyone who made it work.
Yeah, I agree. It was a lot of, it was a lot of work. A lot of work was put into it. It was a lot of questions. Is this the right calculation? A lot of, Sams and mams and, a lot of things added to it. So you guys did excellent. Thank you. It is right now active member calculations is on deck, or in progress with Links right now. I will tag him and see how this is going. So moving on deck, we have the Research Guild retrospective. GCal is on that. I'm not sure. Does anyone have any more information on this? GCal's not here. I feel like that came up a while ago. The PM Guild merch write-up, we've discussed that, and it is... So I'm going to move that to in progress. Mikhail, is that correct? The writing talent for the PM Guild.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to move that to in progress. And then we've got writing talent for the project management and Bankless Academy course. We are working on that, and also the PM glossary is on deck. Anything anyone could think of that I've missed that they'd like to talk about now that is something new? Oh, I'm actually seeing a lot of other things here. The POAP we can mark as completed. I have to reach out to Fine and ask them the status on the season 6 POAP. And how do you mirror XYZ platform? Anyone have any information on this? I'm not seeing any. It just says definition of done, how to use mirror.xyz database.
Yeah, I don't think it's something in motion yet, so
Okay,
I just want to leave it on deck. Yeah.
sounds good. Okay, so that is all that's on here. We can move into any discussion topics. So Oak Floors, he's not able to be here today, but he has no blockers on the KPI project. So I'd added in order to determine the best way to distribute the POAPs for the Intro to PM course, we need to decide how we're going to use the course. GCal had said that he'd love to see all active PM Guild members take it so that it could be a good onboarding tool. Holding a POAP for having taken the course, it could become part of the Guild membership criteria. He also said, I think it serves as a great overview and starting point for us to offer deeper dives into topics, which is accurate. So I'm wondering, anyone else's thoughts on how we should distribute the POAPs, in relation to how we're going to use the course. Like, is the course just going to be used by, like, internally? Are we going to use it to try and attract new talent? What's our goal with it? Anyone have any thoughts? Anyone know a lot about POAPs?
Yeah. So what you want to do is probably just set up a quiz and have them go through the quiz. Whoever passes the quiz, that shows that they went through the course, and then they can get the POAP.
Yeah, so there's different ways that we could do it. It can be automatically, like they can connect their wallet and automatically distribute it at the end of the lesson. We can go that route. We can send them individually via a link afterwards.
Yeah, we can do that.
Emails by the tally form. It's really all in how we want to use the course, and I think that's the best question to ask here is, how do we as the guild want to use the course? And what can we make of it? I tend to agree with GCal. I would like to use this as a potential, like, as an onboarding tool, to have the active members hold this POAP. And I would also like to to use it externally to try and attract talent to Bankless DAO, to the PM Guild. I think it could, like, on like a platform like LinkedIn, this would be great. We just need to, have the right target audience, which, yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe PMs, people looking to get into PMs, out of work PMs, stay at home PMs. So I'm wondering if this is something that the people on the LinkedIn can look into. Or if anyone else has thoughts. If anyone else does have thoughts, I would welcome them. I'd love to hear any suggestions. So last thing on here is, unless anyone else would like to add anything to the agenda, there is a spot at the bottom for the discussion topics. I'm curious what everyone thinks the next course should be. I was thinking it could be either how to retrospective or how to KPIs.
So we can go the automatic way with the power distribution. Just have them connect their wallet. Once they are done after the academy meeting, they can take their power.
I'm sorry, Michaela, I couldn't understand that. There was some interference on my end. Are you able to repeat that for me, Michaela? Or type it in the channel?
Can you hear me?
Well, you're gone. You are. Hi, Michaela. I'll give you a second, Michaela.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is we can just go the automatic way, let them connect their wallets, and once they are done with the, like at the end of the academy lesson, you can just connect their wallet and get the power straight delivered to their wallet address.
Yes, that's definitely one option. The other option would be to have them fill out a tally form at the end with feedback. That they would provide an email address with, that we would then email them the link with the POAP. So those are the two options. So that's why I think how we decide to use the course will be able to decide that for us. So next course, I was thinking either how to retrospective or how to do KPIs. Does anyone else have any thoughts or opinions on what the next course should be? It could be those two. It could be something totally different. I think. I'm willing to read comments from the chat also, if anyone's unavailable to talk but does have anything to add. So, thank you. D1's typing. Okay, so we'll give it a second. 2 people are typing.
Hi, Sprinkles. Sorry, I just hopped in. I didn't really get what you were, discussing before. I had to quickly go attend to something. So, I hope you don't mind getting back up to speed.
Sure. So the first thing that we were talking about was how we should send, how the POAP should be sent, whether it should be that you connect your wallet and it automatically gets sent by Bankless Academy, or if we wanted to have the user complete a survey after the course, and we would then email them the POAP that they could, the link that they could claim it from.
I don't know. I don't know what the initiative was before, but I think the idea of having them fill a form after the course would actually be nice. The form would be, I think, you could call it more of like a test, maybe. I don't know how you plan to do it, but if the form is like going to be a test, something that they can answer or fill as regards to the course they've taken, and then after they do that, obviously, if they get the email of the link where they can, mint the POAP from, I think that's a better idea.
Yeah, so they we also need to decide how we're going to be using this course, if we're just going to be using it internally or if we're going to be using it externally also. And if externally is the option, how, where, who. So some thoughts for everyone to think about.
Okay, so just to be clear, when you mean internally, do you mean like within the guild, just within the guild, or within the DAO generally? Like as internal, when you say external, do you mean like outside the DAO or outside the guild?
So for external, I mean outside the DAO. For internal, I mean inside the DAO. We could use it internally to onboard. We could use it internally for all of the active members to hold this POAP. And externally, we could also use it. It's not even like a one or the other type of thing. We could also use it externally to try and attract new talent, to try and onboard. Here, take our free intro to project management course. When you're done with the course, you get a POAP. Like everyone loves POAPs, right?
Okay, so I feel we could actually start internally first, then see how well the structure would work. It could be like a testing phase.
Mhm.
If you get what I mean. If we run it internally first, at least for members, for role holders and people to have the POAP, see how well the course is organized, see how applicable it is. So at least when we try it internally first, we could know if there's any issues, or probably if there are things that need to be corrected, things that need to be changed before we then start implementing externally. So if you do it internally first, I think it's a good way to actually like test run the process or the things that needs to be done, for the course. So, and to check if there's anything that needs changed, and just like a testing phase. I think it's better to run internally first, then before shipping it out externally.
Yeah, so I tend to agree with you there. And that's why I feel that the feedback portion at the end would be really important at that stage, so that we can see where we need to improve, see what would make it great. So yeah, I agree with you there. And then the next thing that we were talking about was what the next course should be. My thoughts were how to retrospective or how to KPIs. Curious if anyone else has any input on that.
Personally, I'd love a how to retrospective course because I've always wanted to actually attend a retrospective just to at least know how it's being done. Though I've not had any formal kind of education on it. So I was thinking I'd learn on the job. I think the one for the research guild, which did not later hold, I was looking forward to that one because I thought it's be a more engaging retrospective for me since I'm a member of the research guild also, and so I'll be able to understand how it's really done. But it never really helped. So I think we could work on the course on how to retrospective because I think that's one of the major ways that the guild actually does pull in funds. Am I correct?
Yes, yeah.
Alright, so I think it will be better because so if we have enough members of the PM Guild that actually can, take on those retrospectives, we could actually have multiple retrospectives in a period, and then we have capable members that can take on those retrospectives from the guild. Another problem would be how to ensure participation and then also follow up on members that are taking the course. So we'd know the number. Is it that we're partnering with Bankers Academy, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So we'll just have to find a way to actually, take out or how to get the information of the members from the PM Guild that are actually taking the course. So we'd know, we'll be able to like have a database of members that have or that have completed the course and have the knowledge about it. So that way we'll be able to easily assign duties to any one of those members. I hope I'm making sense though.
You are still leaving it, and that also actually could be done at the end, like same type of deal with a tally form or some type of form that you fill out your Discord handle. You enter, your email address for the POAP and your Discord handle for the role tag that you could then.
Sorry to cut you short. I didn't really get what you said. I think I was rough there. It came off a bit choppy. Can you repeat yourself? Sorry.
Sure. So this could be done by a tally form or some sort of form at the end of the course where the user could enter their Discord handle and we could, keep a database of that.
Yes, sure. That would actually be great. Apart from we could use a Google form also, well, depending on which we see easily implementable. But a tally form or a Google form will be fine.
Yeah, whatever form works. So anyone else have anything to add to the agenda or to talk about, or any thoughts, anything? I see that we have somebody new that came in. I see Oracle. Welcome, Oracle. Are you able to unmute and tell us about yourself? You can also type it in the chat channel if you'd like. Oh, hi. Oracle, I see that you're unmuted,
Yeah,
but
GM everyone.
GM.
Yeah, I'm actually having issue with networks. Yeah, that's why. Okay, I'm Oracle. I'm a data analyst and researcher. So I'm okay. I just joined this guild and looking forward to contribute more on this guild.
Well, welcome. We're lucky to have you. Mikhail, are you able to hook up with Oracle? Like onboarding session?
Yeah, I actually stayed in the office. I stayed in the office yesterday. So my office is usually every Thursday, but if I have I think, and we can just wake up and have the office hours. But if I don't have the time, you probably just have to join me every Thursday by 5 p.m. UTC.
Thank you, Miguel. So 5 p.m. UTC on Thursdays is the office hours that Mikhail has for onboarding. And he would love to see you there, Oracle. And we're happy to have you. Anything else?
Yeah, so this is just me being curious though. When I attended the community call today, I don't know if it's like a regular occurrence, or but basically what I want to say is I noticed the PM, there was no updates from the PM Guild. I don't know if there's any reason behind it. I'm just curious to ask. That's why.
Nope. So the only, and there was, it's not that it was a reason behind it, but there are a lot of folks in Denver this week. I wasn't able to attend the community call, so we thought because we had so much, we've shipped so much this week that we would hold off until next week, where we could, really show off what we've shipped. If that makes sense.
Oh, okay, great. I was just curious to know, that's why.
Yeah.
So, probably for the next community call, if there's a need, or if you feel you need someone to help design um, the slides, I could help with that. Just saying.
Sure. Do you want to make a task for that on the board, Sally Vista?
All right, I'll do that then.
Thank.
All right. Yeah, and also, also for the just concluded coordinate round, is when are the payouts going on?
So I'm not exactly sure. As soon as the multi-sig sends out the payments for guild funding. My only question there, Jay Fanning, maybe you can help me answer this, is that so we don't have enough funds to distribute. Is that correct?
Yes. As of now, we don't have enough funds to roll out payments for now. I don't know if we'll get payments from GC soon.
So, I'm wondering, so Coordinate was for season 6. Could the Coordinate payment go out separately?
Yes. Yes. The coordinate payments can go out, but we can't make the February payroll payments for now. But the season 6 coordinate payment can surely go out. Yes.
Okay, so just to recap what you said, so I am understanding, the Coordinate payments for season 6 can go out.
Yes.
Okay, but we don't have enough funds to distribute to the roll payments for season 7 because we haven't received funds from, and they're not from the grant, from the multi-sig.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
So I think it's important to get the season 6 contributors paid out first.
Okay. Well, I would definitely work on that. I would see links and try to collect the list of the coordinate calculations and get their addresses and work on that.
Okay, I can help you with that too, and I also don't mind Does anyone feel that that's not the route to go? Does anybody think we should hold off and just do one payment with season 6 coordinate payments and season 7 roll holder payments? Okay, does anyone else agree with me that season 6 coordinate payments should go out? We should take care of those first?
Yeah, I think
Sorry.
I'll say we should just pay out the season 6 and then we are done with season 6, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, I would support him. So I think we should pay the season 6 coordinate payments. We've been installing it for a while now, so I guess we should just pay that.
Okay. Thank you. All right, so I will I'm going to update the notes here. And I will Jay Finney, do you want to reach out to Lynx on that?
You said you can help with that, so I think we are good to go without the help of Link.
Okay.
So
Great.
that's fine.
So we'll just start that, but we'll just let everybody know that that's the route of importance that we talked about here. So we're all on the same page. Okay. Anyone else have anything to add? Right, then everybody have a great week, and you get 10 minutes of your time back. Have a great week, everyone. Thank you.
All right, great call, Sprinkles. Thank you so much.